Hello and welcome to my channel. It's your host Nick here once again, and I'm pleased that you decided to join with me today for yet another TV box top presentation. On today's video, the spotlight is on the Tanix brand, with the release of their high-end model, and this box comes just in time for the season's promotion. This model is the Tanix TX92, Amlogic S912 octa-core Android 7.1 4K TV box. After the break, I'll be doing a full review on its hardware and features, along with performance benchmarks and a live demonstration, so stay tuned. We have more in a minute. Join the Monster Deals Halloween party currently running on GearBest.com. Take advantage of these spooky deals with spellbinding savings, with a special coupon code of up to 25% on the most popular items. Get the lowest prices on Halloween gear, and Monster brand bargains on the most popular electronic devices. Go to GearBest.com to take part in this magical event. To obtain this scary coupon code, see the link in the description area for more information. So I'm back, and this is the box the TX92 comes in. As you can see, it's a black box with the Tanix logo and some features to the top. And if you look here to the bottom, it shows the model, and below that it shows the CPU is the Amlogic S912 octa-core Cortex-A53. It comes with 3GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. And that's all the information, and I'll now take a minute to unpack the contents of the box. The Tanix TX92 runs on the Amlogic S912 octa-core CPU. Its display is powered by the ARM T820 tri-core GPU. It comes with 3GB of DDR4 RAM and 64GB of internal storage. It has 8.0 to 11 dual-band Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.1. In the box, you have the unit itself. You get this IR remote. The remote looks really nice, and it will serve well to control the main functions of the box. However, it's an infrared remote, and it will serve better if you use a wireless mouse or mini touchpad keyboard like the one I have here. This provides advanced navigation with omnidirectional control. And I'll just open this one to show you guys what it looks like. Special thanks goes out to GearBest for providing this mini touchpad keyboard. A link to this product can be found in the description area. I'll also be testing this one to see how well it performs. You get one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A universal DC power adapter, and a user's setup guide. Let's take a look at the box. The box is made of a black plastic housing, with the Tanix logo alongside an LED illuminated power button to the top. To the back, you have one HDMI port, two USB ports, one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port. You get one audio-video port, a reset pinhole button, and your DC power input. To the side, you get a micro SD card slot. To the other side, you have some ventilation holes. To the front, you have an LED clock display. And to the bottom, there are no ventilation holes. So I'll now connect this box to my TV, and when I return I'll continue. So I'm back, and I have already connected the box and commenced the startup process. What you'll first see is the Tanix TX92 logo, followed by the boot up Android animation, and then you will be presented with Tanix's new launcher. This launcher is the same new launcher we saw in the Tanix TX9 model, and it possesses the same animated wheel for selecting the different functions, together with animated panels when selecting between the different functions. You can add shortcuts to the launcher by simply clicking on the Add button, and selecting or unselecting on any app you would like to add or remove. The launcher comes with a status bar at the top and a navigation bar at the bottom. The navigation bar has to be enabled in the settings area. Simply go to settings, then to more settings, then under the display options, you have to click on the toggle the navigation bar option to turn it on. In the apps section you have your regular set of core system apps. These include apps like Chrome browser, Miracast, Google Play Store, TV Center and YouTube, just to name a few. I have already installed my system and benchmarking applications, so I'll get right into the next segment. Well, as I proceed, I'll first check to see if the box is rooted. And it shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 7.1.2 Nougat operating system. This is great news, because this gives you the freedom to install any app from the Google Play Store without restrictions. I now turn to the DRM information. It shows that the box only has level 3 support in the Google Widevine modular DRM. This allows Netflix to run only in standard definition. Let's look at its system and hardware information. Under System, it shows that the manufacturer is Amlogic, and the model is the TX92. Below it shows that the box comes with 3 GB of RAM, and below it also shows the remaining memory and internal storage from the 64 GB total after the Android installation and apps installed on the box. Under CPU information, it shows that the box runs on an octa-core 64-bit Cortex-A53 CPU with a maximum clock range of 1.5 GHz. However, below it shows that the box only has support for 32-bit ABIs. This allows the box to run only 32-bit applications. Under Display, it shows that the display is powered by the Amlogic T820 tri-core GPU, with a refresh rate of 6 Hz. Under Network, it shows that the box has support for dual-band 2.4 and 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi, and below it will show your signal strength, link speed and frequency. Under Android information, here again it shows that the box runs on Android 7.1.2 Nougat, and below it confirms for the second time that the box is rooted. Under Thermal information, I have tested and the box runs at 50 to 60 degrees Celsius on normal room temperature, and at 40 to 45 degrees with passive cooling. These temperatures can increase depending on the level of activity on the box. Under codecs information, we have the usual list of codecs that include H.264, HEVC and VP9 decoding, all needed for 4K video playback. However, I cannot detect any H.265 in this list. And that's all for system and hardware information, and I'll now move on to the benchmark segment of this review. Let's start with the results from the memory read and write speed test. The Tanix TX92 has a RAM copy speed of 2711 MB per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 110 MB per second and a write speed of 108. And the SD card reader has a read speed of 20 MB per second and a write speed of 11. The RAM copy speed was a bit disappointing. I thought it would have been higher given the specs, but the internal memory speeds were quite impressive. I now have the results of the Wi-Fi speed test. I was not impressed with the results. On the 5.8 GHz band, the box fell below the maximum speed on my internet package, which runs at 30 MB, and on the 2.4 GHz band, the speed fell even lower below the maximum speed. However, these results are based on my internet package, and much higher speeds can be attained on a much faster network like a fiber package. Next I have the Antutu benchmark results. The results show that the Tanix TX92 got an Antutu score of 41,107. This score is a good score, higher than a lot of other S912 boxes in its class. Next I have the results of the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark. The results show that the box got a score of 484 single-core and 2363 multi-core. Not very high, but consistent. The final results I have is the 3D Mark Ice Storm Extreme GPU benchmark. And it shows that the Tanix TX92 got a score of 5402, which is slightly higher than other S912 boxes in its class. And that's it for the benchmarks. And I'll now test the 4K video playback capability of the box. The box failed to play one of the MKV videos at 23.976 frames per second, and it had some difficulty rendering the jellyfish videos at 250 and 400 megabits per second bitrate. I'll now test the YouTube application to see what's the highest resolution we can get. The YouTube application can only run up to 1080p quality, and from my previous video, I learned that you cannot get it to play in 4K quality without the appropriate operating system to support it. For my final demonstration to test the box's 3D graphics, I'm running a game. To run this game I'm using this gamepad called the PXN3 Pro. Special thanks goes out to GearBest for providing this product. I'll just take a minute to open this up just to show what the gamepad looks like. So this is what it looks like. It comes with built-in rechargeable batteries, with 4 trigger buttons and your standard Xbox design. I'll comment on its performance after the demonstration. Also, a link to this gamepad can be found in the description area. So with this gamepad, I decided to play a soccer game. I'm using a key mapping app called GKM Touch. This app allows you to play any touchscreen game with a regular gamepad. So let's take in some gaming action.
Lee. It's with the striker. Not a good tackle at all.
The sun is out and the football is reflecting that.
And back to the keeper. Striker's ball. And there's the shot. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. Augusto.
And now let's take in some racing action. Take note of the GKM Touch application, how you can move the buttons anywhere on the screen where you would like the gamepad keys to press.
Did you see that? That's gotta hurt. Goal! Did you see that?
So my gaming experience was a good one. The Tanix TX92 ran the games smoothly without any problems. The GKM Touch application ran in the background perfectly, and the PXN3 Pro gamepad is responsive, easy in your fingers, and worked well together with the GKM Touch application. This allowed me to play any game, whether it was a touchscreen game or not. So in summary, the Tanix TX92 is one of their best boxes to date. The box is rooted, comes with 3GB DDR4 and 64GB of internal storage with a max extended capacity of up to 128GB. It runs on Android 7.1, streaming is really good, and gameplay is also really good. On the flip side, I expected the benchmarks to be higher. Some of the 4K video samples had some difficulty playing, and the Wi-Fi reception is not the best. You get better internet speed via Ethernet connection. The stock remote works well, but the mini touchpad keyboard had more features. So today we had 2 accessories being featured: the TK669 mini touchpad keyboard, and the PXN3 Pro wireless Bluetooth gamepad. These both devices worked really well, and I highly recommend them. See the links in the description area if you are interested in these products. So I've come to the end of my review of the Tanix TX92, Amlogic S912 octa-core Android 7.1 4K TV box. If you are interested in this device, a link along with a discount coupon code was placed in the description area. Using these links also helps to support this channel, and it allows me to deliver more reviews in the future. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video if you found it informative, share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more TV Box top videos.